Start.
Go.
I started it.
This is Marcus Giuliano from HealthyChefDude.com. Normally we don't do retakes, but Justin turned the camera off once. He's having some technical difficulties out there. I'm here with my kids today to talk about fish and eating good fish and the difference, and really about a thing that's in the news that's made major headlines. On the current news, you got the new Justin Bieber song today.
Yes.
Yes, you did. I bought that for you on iTunes.
Baby.
You begged me.
Yep.
Justin ran a great race yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Just over a 24-minute 5K. Took first place in the age 11 and under, and Justin's 7. So he really smoked that. He did a really good job. Really, I'm very proud of him. You're proud of him too, right? Yeah. Yeah, you are. You are. You were happy for him. He had a big first place medal. But in recent news in restaurant industry, have you heard about that restaurant Hump in Santa Monica, California? It made major headlines. They were serving whale.
Ew, whale.
Whale. Ooh, whale is right. Most people say that's disgusting. You're serving whale. Whale is illegal to serve. They brought whale in from Japan. It was brought in illegally. They had to ship it into the airport. They shouldn't have been doing it. They served it at the restaurant. They charged $600 a portion or a plate for it, or the total bill was $600. So I'm sure they got a small amount of whales. Well, it probably wasn't. When you think of a whale, they didn't get a huge piece. It probably was
They didn't
frozen.
get a whole whale. They got.
They probably got a block of it frozen or something, super frozen or something that, to last. Because when they catch a whale that huge, they probably do freeze it up. So, I've never eaten whale, and I'm not going to eat whale. None of us are. It's illegal to serve marine mammals at restaurants or catch them. It's against the law. There is
Here in the U.S.
In the U.S., I'm sure in some nations they might do that. And there's controversy even in the U.S. because there's one tribe out there in Washington or Oregon that goes out and goes on a whale hunt every year, and they're Native American, so I think they get a pass. But it's still looked down upon. It's a very, very non-positive media or non-positive image. But here's the thing. Whales are getting depleted in our ocean left and right because of the other fish that we're eating that whales would normally eat. Now here's the biggest horror story of fish population in whales. There's a whale down near the Antarctic that feeds on a fish called Patagonian toothfish. Now Patagonian toothfish is becoming extremely depleted, and this whale is now having population issues because there's no more Patagonian toothfish to eat. Do you know what Patagonian toothfish is?
Sea bass?
Chilean sea bass is correct. Chilean sea bass is not really sea bass. It's actually a fancy name for Patagonian toothfish. You could never sell fish that was said, oh, the waiter comes out, I have some filet of Patagonian toothfish tonight with some pasta and white truffles. No, Chilean sea bass. Bass is a term that sells. Now the unfortunate thing is there's only 3 real basses: a freshwater bass, the black bass, and the stripers that run in the ocean. Those are really the only 3 bass. There's no white bass. There's no of these other basses. There's no Chilean sea bass. There's no like Nile bass or... Those are all terms that are put onto fish to sell the fish because its real name couldn't sell. So Chilean sea bass is called Patagonian toothfish, an ugly fish with like these huge whiskers coming down, would never sell. They put it out there as Chilean sea bass. It sells like crazy. The population's being depleted. I haven't served Chilean sea bass in over 10 years. In fact, over 10 years ago, I signed the petition, give a pass on Chilean sea bass. All these chefs got together back in the late 90s and signed this petition to never serve Chilean sea bass because of this issue. It has died down. The price has gone up drastically. Some restaurants still serve it. Mommy and Daddy went to a restaurant last night in New Jersey with some friends, and the first special they were off to us was Chilean sea bass. So we were a little upset about that, but we just said, don't want to know anything about it. So what's happening is people are up in arms about this whale being killed or about them serving this whale, which is they have every right to, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, people are eating Chilean sea bass and indirectly jeopardizing the population of whales down there and not knowing the correlation. Everything in the ocean is a great ecosystem that works together. And of course, every kind of fishing activity does do something, throw something off. But Chilean sea bass is a huge issue. How you doing over there, Justin?
Pretty good. Courtney, you're acting like you're frozen. Like an icicle.
Are you singing Justin Bieber in your head? You were dancing before and I got you that music track. So, when we go out to eat, what kind of fish do we like to eat, guys?
Salmon.
Wild Alaskan.
Wild Alaskan salmon. We're very strict on that. We don't eat any Atlantic salmon. Never Chilean sea bass. Every now and then I order some striped bass for the restaurant, some wild striped bass. Wild striped bass is one of the biggest resurrection stories in American history. Back in the 70s, it was depleted. Now, you're still not allowed to catch striped bass in the ocean commercially, but you can go out and sport catch it, which means one hook, one line. Some guys go out there, get a license, and they catch it, and then they sell it to restaurants through an auction or whatever, or through a company. So from the 70s till now, this striped bass is the biggest comeback history, I think, that I've had other fish experts, preservation fish experts say. So this is wonderful. That bass is good to eat. They do a farmed bass that they call wipers, and the way you can tell is on a farmed bass, the lines are never straight. They're always jagged lines. They go across. They're always jagged lines, which means it's not a pure breed. So the pure breed, the strain is not there. The wild striped bass, the lines are not jagged, they're straight. That's the easiest way to tell the difference. A lot of chefs take fish, they scale it, they clean it, take the skin off, and you have a white piece of flesh, and you have no idea what it is. I knew a chef in Colorado that was serving tilapia as red snapper, which, by the way, snapper season is really officially closed until like June 10th or something. They've met the quotas already. So a lot of fish is on strict quotas. The problem is some of these other countries don't really obey the quotas. For instance, swordfish. You guys have never had swordfish. The mercury is an issue. The population is an issue. I've never served it. I don't give you guys swordfish. It's a no-no.
Shark.
We've had shark, but not. I doesn't like shark because the mercury in the shark. You know, so you're probably on vacation somewhere, and we probably had a piece here or there. Which, you know, we do what we can when we go out. It's better than ordering French fries, right? So, what was we saying? Back to the bass.
Yeah.
So, look for striped bass, wild striped bass, farmed hybrid bass, or freshwater bass. Those are the three true bass, or black bass. I'm sorry, black bass. Black bass comes from all up and down the Atlantic coast, down towards Florida. The population's a serious issue, but in towards the Carolinas and Maryland and Nantucket, population's much stronger into Jersey, and it goes all the way up into Maine. But we're saying grouper season and red snapper season are officially closed. So some chefs will take other fish or other breeds of snapper, or they'll take frozen snapper from like Brazil that are packed in 25-pound, 50-pound boxes, IQF frozen, individually quick frozen, and they'll serve that at their restaurant, and they'll just say, red snapper. So you have to be very specific. We're always specific when we go out to eat. And the funny thing is when I go out to eat and I ask questions like, well, where is your calamari from? Where is your octopus from? Where's your mackerel from? Where's your flounder from? Where's your salmon? Nobody ever has an answer for me. And it's really upsetting because we're very strict about it. We want to know where it comes from and make sure, because that one example I said about the red snapper comes from Maine to Florida. Florida, the population's in trouble. On the bass, populations, was it bass I said? Black bass.
Yeah.
Black bass. In Florida, the population's an issue, but up north it's not. So it's very important to even know the regions of the same fish. So what are our best choices for fish? Wild Alaskan salmon, halibut in season, but only Pacific coast. Atlantic coast has population issues. Black cod.
Certain mahi-mahi.
Mahi-mahi, that's line caught. You'll get the phone. Mahi-mahi, that's line caught, not long line caught, because long line catches sea turtles and all kinds of other things. So really fish is an extreme thing. I don't want to get off the top because I can spend all day on a fish seminar in here with you guys. But the main point was this whale was a big issue. The restaurant closed. They did a self-impending penalty and said, we've closed our restaurant. We're going to take time to now preserve whales, help with whale preservation, and take this incident that looked so badly on and now actually blow it up and say, we're now doing something good. But the next thing that everybody else can do is stop eating Chilean sea bass, because that whale down there is in serious trouble with their population. That's the fish. That is the fish of the whale that's down. I don't really know the name of the whale. So
any whale.
The whales that are down.
Blue whale. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't matter.
That's all. If you guys like fish, go to Monterey Bay Aquarium. Check out their website. They've got a great list. Your iPhone app, which I blogged about last week, can go into Monterey Bay Aquarium. Check out seafood when you're in a restaurant. Educate the restaurant you go to. Tell them, I want to know where this is from. And there's a big difference in fish. There's a big difference in black bass or wild striped bass or farm bass or Chilean sea bass. Huge difference. So tell the restaurant what you're looking for. Say no to Chilean sea bass. Take a pass on Chilean sea bass. You can find me at healthychefdude.com. You can find Courtney on her blog.
Healthycourtney.blogspot.
I thought it was Healthy Girl.
No, Healthy Courtney.
Healthy Courtney. Justin's sportsworld.com.
Two S's.
Two S's. Justin's sportsworld.blogspot.com. You are what you eat. If you do eat fish, do some research and eat some good fish. See everybody later.